Good morning, friends. It is Wednesday, the 28th, and it's nice and cool. Got up a little earlier this morning and did some harvesting. The garden is still doing pretty good. It's been hot, guys. The whole heat wave here in Texas has just been crazy. Hey, real quick, sorry we haven't been filming a lot. Rochelle's father is crossing over. So Rochelle's been out of town, south of Austin. I actually went there yesterday. It was a little over 2 hours, but I wanted to say goodbye. He's had a great life, guys. He's in his upper 80s. It's just that time right now where he needs to go to Jesus. So Miss Rochelle is there with her family, her sister. So say a prayer if you would for us. That would be great. Thank you so much. I have a lot of stuff to do today. I was up really early this morning and I harvested some cucumbers. As you can see, there's still a ton of Armenian cucumbers. Guys, if you live in the South, grow Armenian cucumbers. They do really well in zone 8 and below, A and B, even in zone 7. You can grow them, and I'm sure they'll probably grow up north as well too in your hotter days. Guys, the okra is amazing. This hot weather, they're just going nuts. I harvested a whole bunch of them. I'm gonna go ahead and I put them in freezer bags, and I'm gonna process some more. I can eat okra raw. I can eat it. I just prefer to have it breaded and fried. That's just what we like as far as our okra. And we're almost done. I think this weekend we're gonna pull the shade cover down. I'm just done with it. It's hard to get in there. It's hard to water. And they're talking sometime next week too, the temperatures are gonna start to come down to normal temperatures, you know, mid to upper 90s. The tomato plants, I think they're pretty much done. As you can see, they're green, but they're not producing. Now I have two choices. I can go ahead and cut them in half or cut them down and then let them come back for the fall, or I can just take them out. Guys, we've canned so much tomato sauce, paste, puree, tomatoes. I think I'm gonna get rid of them. And I'm gonna let these beds rest. I'll leave the herbs. These tomatoes right here, about ready to turn. These are the Arkansas Travelers. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull them out and let the beds rest. And get ready for fall. The basil and the beans that are in between and the carrots, they're fine, and the radishes. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and just remove everything, let everything rest. We have tons of tomato sauce in our pantry, which is a blessing. We had a good year. Let's take a look also at the red hull peas. All right, this bed of red hull peas is doing amazing. I'm gonna be starting to harvest these, and then I'll just stack them in the kitchen until we have everything harvested, and then I'll start to shuck them and we'll store those peas. Peppers are doing great. The jalapenos are coming back for a second round. We have Scotch bonnets. I've been harvesting these Scotchies. These banana peppers, beautiful. We've been canning like crazy. Again, jalapenos. Tomatillos are doing good. Not as good as I would like, but they are producing. They're just a little slow. I think when I remove the shade cover, they're gonna do a lot better. Grow table peppers are doing great. We even have a new green griller squash on the vine. Somewhere over here, there it is. We'll take that. The hugelkultur garden is done, guys. We got a couple of pumpkins in here, but that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and clear it out. I'm removing the shade cover. Just let everything get the full sunshine. Grow tables are doing good. The okra, my gosh, guys, like I said before, I got to come out here and, well, I got to harvest this right now. But I don't want the okra to get too big because then it gets tough. but we're surviving the heat wave. It's not as bad as last year, but it's still hot. It's gonna cool down the next few days. It's gonna go from 105 to 102. That's what the weather guy said. Give me a break, man. But thank you guys for all your prayers for Miss Rochelle's dad. He's fine. He's crossing over. He's even said the other day that he talked to his mother and he saw Jesus. So it's sad, but it's just part of life and going through the different changes in the world, guys. So your prayers are very welcome. Miss Rochelle, she's doing good. She's holding up really well. And I'm gonna go ahead and stop this video now. I've got to get to work and do a couple things, but during my lunch break, we're gonna be pickling. We're gonna do a mixed pickle. Miss Rochelle asked me if I would, because we harvested a bunch of Armenian cucumbers. She wants me to make sweet and spicy, and she's got her chili piquins peppers that and I'll show you the bush over here. Miss Rochelle loves her spicy chili piquins. These are the little red chilies, as you can see. But she's been harvesting these, so she wants me to make a sweet and spicy with chili piquin Armenian cucumbers pickles. So that's what I'm gonna do during lunch, and you guys can join us. All right, guys, we are in the kitchen because it's already hot outside. But we've got a bunch of Armenian cucumbers. Miss Rochelle loves these, so I'm gonna make what she wants, sweet and spicy pickled cucumbers, and we're gonna make a brine with apple cider vinegar, sugar, water, salt, and chili piquins. She's got her chili piquin bush. These are really spicy. They're dried, but they're gonna do the job. So I'm gonna process all of this and prep everything, and then we'll kind of speed this up. We've done a lot of pickling, but I'll go ahead and show you here as we progress. All right, guys, we've got our Armenian cucumbers here in the jars, and we've got a little bit of our chili piquins as well. I've got our sweet brine, so we're gonna sweet and spicy. But right now, I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna gather a bunch of vegetables, and we're gonna do a pickle on a bunch of other veggies, and I'll show you. Sorry about the camera. So what I'm gonna do, guys, since we're kind of harvesting a little bit of this, a little bit of that, the season is slowing down. It is the end of June. July and August is the rest period. I mean, and we're lucky to have anything going because of the shade cloth. This weekend, shade cloth is gone. I'm probably gonna cut the tomatoes back. The peppers and everything else will do just fine in the heat. They're saying it's supposed to go back to normal temperatures next week, which is mid to upper 90s and maybe some rain. But I've got peppers, I've got okra, I've got cucumbers, I've got onions, banana peppers. I took some garlic. We're gonna go ahead and just slice all this up, and we're just gonna do a couple of quarts of just mixed vegetable pickles. That would be good to eat in the winter when it gets cold, and just something simple that I like to do, put it in the cupboard. So that's what we're gonna do next. All right, guys, we've got our Armenian cucumbers right here with the chili piquins. We've got some cucumbers that have been speared. I went ahead and put some dill, and then I've got our pepper mix, pepper, onion, garlic. So I've got our sweet brine with apple cider vinegar, some sugar and some salt, and I've got our white vinegar with vinegar. I did 9% and a little bit of water, and just put some peppercorns in there. That'll be for our peppers. I might go ahead and put some more seeds, some dill seed, celery seed, but we're gonna get this up to a boil. We've got our water in here as well too, with a little bit of vinegar. I'm gonna go ahead and put some dill seed in the brine and some celery seed. And we've already added canning salt. All right, we've got our sweet brine for the Armenians with the chili piquins, and then we've got some speared, just basic dill pickles. I did a white brine with white vinegar, and then we've got our pepper, onion mix, and garlic. We're gonna wait till the canner is boiling, and we're gonna boil them for 10 minutes. All right, guys, our pickles have come out of the water bath, and they look great. So we'll let these cool here for about, I don't know, 6 hours or so. Hey, one more thing I wanted to show you guys. Miss Rochelle's bug repellent. This is the extra quart that we have. I went ahead and emptied the other quart, and I filled these 4 bottles of the bug repellent, and it smells amazing. Really good lemon balm and mint. We're going to use this when we go outside. We've got these 4 jars. That was in a previous video. Check that out. I wanted to take care of that. Miss Rochelle's out of town looking after her father. So, hey guys, thank you for spending some time with me. I'm sorry we haven't been really doing a lot of videos. We've just got to be there for our family. Thanks for your prayers. We really appreciate it. Miss Rochelle will probably be back here maybe in a couple of days. But just quick tour of the garden. It's hot. We're dealing with the heat. However, next week they're saying that the temperatures are going to be normal, which is like mid to upper 90s. So for those of you up north, that's normal for us. But I am going to be removing the shade cover, and we're going to either be cutting the tomatoes down in half, or I'm just going to remove the tomatoes. We have produced so much tomato sauce, salsa, tomato products. I think we might just go ahead and remove them, compost them, and just let the soil rest. I might just plant some bush beans or something like that until we start for the fall. So July and August here in our zone, 8B, Central Texas, it's resting time, meaning nothing in the garden really, except for your peppers or your beans or your peas. Our red hull peas are really turning red now, so we're going to be harvesting probably this weekend and shucking peas, and then probably just drying them out and putting them in empty mason jars and putting them in the pantry for storage. But that's kind of the plan here for the next couple of months. In September, we'll start planting pumpkin, squash. We're going to start putting some beets and more carrots for the winter, probably later in October for that. But good to see you folks. Thanks again for all your support and your prayers for Miss Rochelle and her father. It's just that time, guys. You know, he's lived a wonderful life. He's in his upper 80s. It's just time for him to go to Father. But we appreciate you guys. God bless. Until next time, we'll see you later. Have a good one.